The feeling is the secret for stopping the panic for you not getting your cash and prizes. Hello everyone, Tanya Pluckrose. I'm back with another video. I am from Rich Results Mindsets, and I'm all about helping you master your mind so you can master your life. So today I want to talk about the feeling that is the secret to stopping you feeling that panic when you are being activated by the outside world, where you see something or hear something and suddenly you lose faith and you enter into that state, and it is a state called struggle again. And struggle really is fear, doubt and worry that you're never going to get your cash and prizes. Well, I recently, just like you, have been through a similar occurrence, and I too was always in this fear of anxiety all the time, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And I realized that I was living to the goal instead of from the goal. So I was on the wrong river bank. You see, imagine you have a raging river, and on one side is you, and you're looking at your goal across the raving river, and your goal's on that side. And so you're always striving, you're always in this perpetual cycle of wanting and needing. But if everything is already done, it's in your imagination, it's already done. I mean, God wouldn't give you those ideas, those images, if it wasn't already done. And so we have to train ourselves, our minds, that it is already done, and start living on this side of the river where it is already done. But many of us live more, or in the habit of living from this side instead of this side. And so I caught myself the other day and I realized, oh my goodness, I am constantly living to the goal, not from the goal. So I went into my imagination and I created a scene, just a scene of the end result of what I would love. And I, first of all, did a beautiful visual of where I would be, who I would be with. I used all my senses. And actually my visual was being back in Australia. I live in Vegas right now, and I imagined I was in my new home in the kitchen, and I could see my two Siamese cats, Sydney and Seraphina. They were on the balcony and they were chatting to the kookaburra. And I could hear all the cockatoos in the air. Outside, I could see the view of the ocean. I could smell the gum trees, and I was standing there with my mate, and of course my brother was visiting, and I could hear that he was congratulating me. So I got into the scene with all collaborative partners and included all my five senses. And then I imagined myself in the first person, not the third person, but the first person, and I was sipping a cup of coffee. And I asked myself, how do you feel, Tanya? You've arrived. You've achieved it all. Congratulations. How do you feel right now? And it wasn't a feeling of excitement. Not at all. It actually was a feeling of relaxation. It felt natural. It felt relief. It felt accomplishment and pride. And so I practiced that feeling over and over again. I played back that scene a number of times and practiced the feeling. And I kept saying to myself, it's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. And so I took then that feeling and those words And I started to play that back in my inner dialogue. I started to say that over again. It's done. It's done. It's done. And I encapsulated that feeling. As soon as I could feel myself out of the state, that state of struggle, I went, go back to that place, the feeling, and remind yourself it is done. And you know what happened? A sense of peace came over me, a beautiful sense of peace. And I know when I feel peace, I know that God has heard me, that all my prayers have been answered. And all I need to do is relax now and be open to receiving. So my video goes out to you today, and I hope that my story and what I did is going to support you now to really stop worrying, stop panicking about when you're ever going to arrive and get your cash and prizes, as I call them. Instead, feeling. Feeling is the secret for helping release the panic and to settle into this deep knowing that it is done. Chat soon. Bye for now.